In the realm of politics, the word Machiavellian has become synonymous with cunning, deceit, and unscrupulous maneuvering. It's easy to be appalled by the sly and dishonest nature of many politicians, but perhaps we're looking at it all wrong. Niccolò Machiavelli, a late 15th century political advisor and theorist whose timeless insights challenge our conventional perceptions of morality in politics. Machiavelli, rather than condemning politicians for their deception, argues that we must reconsider our judgment. According to him, the mark of a good politician isn't necessarily one who is friendly, honest, and kind. Instead, it's someone, however occasionally dark and underhand they might be, who possesses the astuteness to defend, enrich, and bring honor to the state, an immensely crucial objective. While being nice may be a virtue in general, Machiavelli suggests that citizens primarily need effectiveness from their rulers, even if it involves dabbling in some darker arts. Born in Florence in 1469 to a lawyer father, Machiavelli received an extensive formal education and embarked on his career as a secretary for the city of Florence. However, his political journey took a tumultuous turn when Florence erupted politically, expelling the ruling Medici family after 6 decades of dominion. The city plunged into decades of political instability and turmoil, and Machiavelli found himself in a whirlwind of career reversals. In a span of a few decades, Machiavelli transitioned from being an important diplomat to a semi-successful general, only to become an enemy of the state. His downfall culminated in torture and exile when the Medici family returned to power. Despite his personal failures in politics, Machiavelli's legacy endures through 2 groundbreaking works, The Prince and The Discourses. Within these works, Machiavelli grapples with the fundamental dilemma of politics, a challenge that remains relevant today. Is it possible to be both a good politician and a good person in the traditional Christian sense? Machiavelli asserts that the paramount responsibility of a good prince lies in safeguarding the state from both external and internal threats, ensuring stable governance. This involves not only a prowess in warfare, but, more importantly, an acute understanding of reputation and the management of those around him. Machiavelli's teachings force us to confront the inherent tensions between ethics and pragmatism in the political arena. By recognizing the complex demands placed on leaders, we gain a more nuanced perspective on the qualities we should seek in our politicians. Perhaps in Machiavelli's world, the path to effective governance necessitates a delicate balance between virtue and strategic pragmatism, a lesson that echoes through the corridors of power, challenging us to redefine our expectations of those who lead. In Machiavelli's eyes, a leader should not be perceived as soft and easily disobeyed, nor should they be so tyrannical that they alienate their society. Instead, he advocated for an image of unapproachable strictness, tempered with reason. When pondering the question of whether a prince should prioritize being loved or feared, Machiavelli leaned towards the latter, emphasizing the necessity of instilling a sense of terror to maintain control. Contrary to the prevailing belief of his Christian contemporaries, who advocated for mercy, peace, generosity, and tolerance in leadership, Machiavelli challenged the notion that being a good politician mirrored being a good Christian. He prompted readers to reflect on the inherent clash between Christian ethics and effective governance, illustrating his point with the example of Girolamo Savonarola. Savonarola, a fervently idealistic Christian, briefly held power in Florence, promising a utopian vision of the city of God on earth. He ruled peacefully, democratically, and with relative honesty, opposing the excesses of the Medici government. However, Machiavelli contended that Savonarola's downfall was inevitable due to the perceived weakness of being morally virtuous in a Christian sense. Machiavelli proposed an alternative approach for leaders, the strategic use of virtue. This concept encompassed wisdom, strategy, strength, bravery, and, when necessary, a degree of ruthlessness. Machiavelli even coined the term criminal virtue, emphasizing the paradoxical ability of leaders to employ cruelty in the name of the state, while remaining effective and virtuous in their leadership. In essence, Machiavelli's insight challenges the traditional narrative that associates goodness with effective governance. While he does not dismiss the importance of morality altogether, he suggests that leaders must possess the dexterity to navigate the complexities of power, making judicious decisions that may, at times, appear ruthless for the greater good. In the intricate dance of leadership, Machiavelli's wisdom continues to serve as a thought-provoking guide, urging us to reconsider the timeless question of what virtues truly define an effective leader. Machiavelli, the mastermind behind The Prince, laid out specific criteria for the judicious application of force in maintaining the security of the state. In his eyes, violence, if deemed necessary, should be executed swiftly, often under the cloak of night, and sparingly so as not to tarnish the ruler's reputation with an aura of mindless brutality. One shining example in Machiavelli's eyes was Cesare Borgia, a contemporary whom he admired for his mastery of toughness without crossing the threshold of excess. When Borgia conquered Cesena, he appointed the ruthless Ramirida Ocao to restore order. The methods were brutal: beheadings, property seizures, and castrations, all orchestrated to establish dominance. However, in a twist of fate, Borgia eventually turned the blade on Ocao, a ruthless reminder of who held ultimate power. For all individuals, not just politicians or the faithful, Machiavelli's wisdom serves as a stark reminder of the unavoidable ethical dilemmas that life presents. His assertion that we cannot excel in all aspects, owing to both our limited capacities and conflicting moral codes, forces us to confront the necessity of making difficult decisions, the euphemism for ethical trade-offs. This, according to Machiavelli, is the price one pays for engaging with the world as it is, not as we wish it to be. In his stark realism, he forces us to grapple with the uncomfortable tension between two ideals. We yearn to harmonize, but often find in conflict: effectiveness and kindness. The love-hate relationship the world maintains with Machiavelli is a testament to the enduring relevance of his insights. He beckons us to confront the uncomfortable truths about leadership, morality, and the perpetual dance between effectiveness and kindness in a world that perennially demands both.